Caliban, home of the Dark Angels and an Imperial Death World. Fighting monsters is nothing new for the Sons of the Lion. However, warp-spawned monsters are a whole other ballgame. Will the Sons of the Lion survive the denizens of the warp? Find out next on this 40K in 40 minutes. Greetings 40K fans, and welcome to this episode of 40K in 40 minutes. Your host JT the Voice here, and have we ever got a fun one for you today? We've got Crockett from this episode's sponsor, Fold Forge, in the house, playing demonic Incursion Demons into TAC's Inner Circle Task Force Dark Angels. This should be good.
Dark Angels versus Chaos. This is a classic matchup. In studio today, I am facing Crockett.
Hey guys, my name's Crockett. I'm here to play a great game against TAC and Play On. I am the creator and inventor of Fold Forge, and today we're going to be playing on my terrain.
I'm running a ton of Terminators against a bunch of Greater Demons. I don't know how this is gonna go. My Warlord is the Lion. Last time I was very timid with them. This time around, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more aggressive. I brought a Brutalis Dreadnought. I needed a big fist to fight big demons. I've got Azrael, and he's leading a 6-man squad of Inner Circle companions. Not a lot of guns in this list. I'm hoping to just charge at the demons. Crockett just told me there are 4 Greater Demons in his list. Do I have an answer for 4 of them? I don't know.
I like playing demons because I like the idea of going against the Imperium. Chaotic energies appearing in the warp. Chaos Demons are here to reign. I've got 2 Great Unclean Ones. I have a Be'lakor leading them all, also known as the Fresh Prince of Be'lakor. And I have Shalaxi Helbane, the most murderous unit in the entire game. I would like to win, but I'm also here to have fun. I think my army is really more about sitting on primary objectives.
Our mission today is supply drop. At the start of the 4th battle round, the Alpha objective is removed from the battlefield. And at the start of the 5th battle round, all objective markers in No Man's Land, apart from the Omega objective, will be removed from the battlefield. On turns 2 and 3, No Man's Land objectives are worth 5 points to each player. On the 4th turn, they are worth 8 each. And on turn 5, the Omega is worth a big 15 points. Prepared positions will allow BATTLELINE units to use the go-to-ground and/or heroic intervention stratagems for 0 command points as long as no other unit has done so this turn. This game was recorded prior to the March 2025 errata and FAQ. As such, some of the rules are an older version of the game. However, the gameplay was so much fun and the back and forth so fantastic, we thought it was still worth sharing.
So Crockett.
Yes.
Thank you very much for flying all the way from where you came
Kentucky.
from. Kentucky.
Yes.
I really need to commend you on what you've done here with Fold Forge. It's fantastic terrain. It's a lot of fun to play on. It's so functional.
Oh, I am just pumped to have my terrain on Play on Tabletop. Also here to promote my new product, which is the same as the old product, just a different material at a lower cost point. So this is FDM printed instead of resin printed. It is also a little bit more durable. That's right, it costs me less money, so now it costs you less money. It still folds up, does everything you would expect out of a high quality terrain that everybody has just loved that's had a chance to use. Beautiful, high detail. If you're buying this to be a set that you pack up and take with you to tournaments, that little extra bit of toughness and you're afraid of an international flight or going cross country, maybe consider an FDM printed product instead of the resin product.
Check them out at the link in the description below.
And it's nice to meet a sponsor in person.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here, TAC. Thank you. I'm excited for this game. I'm looking forward to taking down your army.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to now beat your face in. So then let's see who is attacker defender. So first roll, I roll a 6.
2.
Why don't you deploy first?
Okay. I'm hoping to outscore them, so I'm thinking for deployment, I will keep a number of units in reserve. Plague drones are coming in first.
I'm looking across the table. I do not see a lot of shooting, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put everything on the line. So I've got Blade Guard Vets, which are in this particular list, are kind of my action monkeys.
I will be putting my Screamers over here.
This Blade Guard Vet unit, and they're going to camp my home objective.
This is a Skullcannon.
Keep the Blade Guard train going.
This is the Great Unclean One with the Endless Gift.
Squad of Deathwing Knights with a Chaplain.
The Changeling likes to nullify stuff.
You said that it's rare that anyone takes out your Greater Unclean One, so let's try to change those stats.
Fresh Prince of Be'lakor is coming in right behind here. second Great Unclean One is being dropped right here.
We are going to take Azrael, Inner Circle Companions. The Lion.
Crockett's got the Flamers and Bloodliners with Skulltaker in reserve, and Tack has got the Terminators with the Captain in reserve, and that Deathwing Assault enhancement will actually allow them to come in on the first turn. With minimal shooting, both players have deployed in a very forward manner. They appear to have chosen violence today, and I gotta say, I am here for it. This is really gonna depend on where the Alpha and Omega objective are.
Looking at the deployment, would you prefer to go first or second?
Second, yeah, just for points.
Going second would allow you one more chance at getting at that Omega objective, so I would also like to go second.
Okay, well, let's roll.
Okay, so you're going first.
Nobody has any scout moves, so we're rolling for the Alpha and Omega objectives.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6.
Alpha objective is the middle one. That's gonna go away on turn 4.
Actually, things are we both set up for a big fight in the middle.
On turn 5, that left side objective will disappear. The Omega will be the right side objective. That's worth all the points and the one they're gonna be fighting for.
Best of luck.
Thank you, good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, let's do this.
Crockett has pulled Marked for Death.
I'm going to mark the Blade Guard veterans that you can't see. I'm going to mark Azrael's unit that you can't see. And I'm going to mark the Deathwing Terminators that you can't see. I know, that one's a rough one.
He's also got no prisoners.
Kill things.
Yes, all right, in that case, I am going to try to table you turn 1.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, that's what your secondaries want you to do.
Choosing to discard Marked for Death with new orders. Bellicor choosing the Pall of Despair for potential battle shocks within 6 of them. New secondary is drawn. It is Area Denial. That's a good first turn.
I think I'm gonna play a little bit aggressive this game. So Nurglings are gonna be moving up this way. I want to use them for screening you out. Leg drones are flying forward over here.
Nurglings advance up and screen even further.
What do you think they sound like?
Nurglings?
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
Great Unclean One with the Endless Gift parks on the middle objective. He's gonna be tough to shift.
The Fresh Prince does not want to die, so he is going to come over here.
Screamers screening at the deep strikes at the top right. Skullcannon is just making it difficult for Tack to roll up here.
That's it for me. For my movement phase.
Yeah, for moving, yes. You can forego the shooting if you want.
Shooting phase now, and the Great Unclean One putrid vomits on the Deathwing Knights for a wound.
It doesn't feel very good being spurted on.
Next up, the Skullcannon, targeting those Deathwing Knights as well. So it would be D6 plus 3 because of the number of guys. 6, I'm rolling hot.
Armor of Contempt from Tack, he's down to 0. 5 wounds, no AP, thanks Armor Contempt, and manages to save all but 1. Still a full unit. For now, betraying Shades on hazardous mode for Crockett and her Bellicor, Ramos the Suneater. No! Down goes a Knight.
It really hurts when you're playing this elite to lose any model.
No charges, no fights. That's a quick turn. 5 points on Area Denial, discarding no prisoners to get a command point back. It's 5-0 as we head to Tack's turn 1.
We go into my turn.
I'm a little bit nervous about how hard he's gonna hit me back. 'Cause unless he gets terrible rolls.
Great Unclean One on the right side, Omega objective. That's gonna be the Oath target.
So my secondaries are...
Secondaries, no prisoners, and extend battle lines.
I need to kill Nurglings. Actually, fairly decent for a first turn.
Choosing Martial Exemplar for a +1 hit within 6 of the Lion.
At the start of the movement phase, I choose my Vowed targets. I'm gonna go for aggressive push.
Vowed objectives will give all of his infantry +1 to wound on basically everything but his home. Balestis moving to his right, going after the Great Unclean One that is the Oath of Moment target.
So that's a 9-inch charge.
Inner Circle companions move up, get Overwatch for the trouble. Only 1 damage. Deathwing Knights on the right side moving up. Blade Guard vets move up on the right, advancing to put 3 points of objective control on that objective.
So if I fail all my charges, then I still don't capture it.
Right now, I gotta say my Great Unclean One moved pretty fast up the board, but the one thing that moved even faster is my regret.
Right, because now he's like, he has to eat that side. This was a really smart move.
Blade Guard also moving up the left side. Wounded Deathwing Knights move to the left of the Nurglings. Ooh, some aggressive play with the Lion. You asked for it, Internet. Tack has answered.
Then the Blade Guard vet is gonna move one of them out. Then Daisy Chain, so I'm still on my home objective in case I have Defense Stronghold.
It looks like he's going full send.
I got a turn 1 Deep Strike.
Here come the Terminators, 9 away from the Plague Drones. Can he do some work, or will the curse of the 9-inch charge be his undoing?
Then we're going to the shooting phase.
Splitting fire now with Azrael into the Great Unclean One and the Companions into the Nurglings. Great Unclean One on the right side takes 3 wounds, down to only 17. Oh, however will he survive? 1 wound on a Nurgling and a single wound taken on a base.
The Nurglings just shifted their body.
Yeah.
Deep striking Terminators now gonna try to pop that second squad of Nurglings. Plasma takes out a base.
And I've got my Blade Guard veterans are gonna fire into the Nurglings.
Mischief Makers coming in clutch here, saving the Nurglings. That's the -1 to hit aura if you're too close to him.
1 more damage.
Chaplain from downtown, mid-board Nurglings lose a wound on that base.
And then now my Brutalis Dreadnought. Twin bolt rifles, they're gonna go into the Nurglings. I'm gonna take the Iron Hail, that's gonna go into the Nurglings, but the Melta is gonna go for your Great Unclean One. Brutalis bolt rifles into Nurglings, I get 4 tries of this, 3s. Well, it doesn't matter. Can we trade dice? Can we trade dice? However, this is a twin link weapon. Here comes the twin Icarus Iron Hail. So 3s and twin linked. So 4.
Ah, block 1. Okay, I take 3 damage. This one is dead. It is at 3.
Here comes the twin multi-melta from the Dreadnought into the Great Unclean One. 1 hit. You are my Oath of Moment target. Oh! Only 1 hit. Uh-oh. We're on a 5. That's not a 5. It is twin linked.
No!
Yes!
It goes into my body.
D6 damage with the Melta. 2.
And I have feel no pain. Nope.
Take 2.
Down to 15.
That's still more than my entire Dreadnought.
The Arma Luminous Bolt kills 1 more Nurgle base and damages the last. Woof!
This is the phase that we've all been waiting for. Into the charge phase. And I have positioned for a lot of charges, but they're long charges.
Deep struck Terminators with a 9-inch charge and a free reroll. Ouch!
No!
Yeah!
Blade Guard fail to reach the Nurglings with a 3.
So that's no good.
Brutalis go! Gets a 6, not a 9. Oof!
So Dreadnought has failed. Then Azrael and friends. This is where I'm keeping my command point for the reroll.
Azrael and friends need an 8. Gets a 5. Command reroll. Oh no! Fails again!
Going to be one of those games where I fail every single charge.
Deathwing Knights finally reached the Great Unclean One, as Lemony Snicket would call this. What a series of unfortunate events! Deathwing charged the lone Nurglings. If they miss this one, oh, they're in. Contemplating a line now, and he charges the Nurgling.
So luckily with his base, he's big enough where he actually puts OC onto that objective. So that was eventful and exciting and heart-wrenching.
Yes.
And exhilarating all at the same time.
Oh, on the beautiful terrain. I think it may have been what blocked you.
Oh, so your trade's working against me.
They have auras around them. It's included in the terrain. If you buy the terrain, they come with auras.
What a tale of failed charges. Let's see what he can do in the fight phase. Deathwing going first, piling and consolidating 6. The dead Nurgling, that's a no prisoners. Great Unclean One down to 5 wounds left. He's still up. 1 Deathwing Knight goes down. Attack does score 2 points on no prisoners, 5 for extend battle lines. It's 7-5 his favor.
It's an interesting board state. I actually do have pressure on the flanks, which is what I want.
By the end of this game, I think everyone's going to die. So who scores more is probably going to be the winner. Actually, that's exactly how the game works. Whoever scores more will be the winner.
All right, turn 2. I'm fairly all out there.
You are, and I have a lot of options.
Why don't you let your secondaries decide?
That's a good idea.
Sabotage and Containment are drawn.
Containment's really good.
I am pumped. I want to make this objective sticky.
Crockett using Corrupt Real Space for a command point. That objective is now held until TAC comes and takes it away from him with higher objective control at the end of any phase.
I am corrupting that space for real.
The Great Unclean One passes his battle shock and gains a wound back. Primary points, Crockett holds 1 for 5. It's 10-7 his favor.
And we don't score any on our back objective.
The back objective is good for things like extend battle lines or defense stronghold.
All right, on to the movement phase. But I'm gonna move my Nurglings up.
Drones move up wholly with a 9 to the board edge. They should be able to contain. Shalaxi's coming for Terminators. Oh, never put Termies in the corner. Be'lakor, Ramos the Suneater, the Fresh Prince of Be'lakor, moves to the midboard. Great Unclean One falls back for the Deathwing Knights. Poor mini fatty doo-doo, he's pretty beat up.
Yeah, otherwise, he's just gonna blow up like a whale.
I worked so hard.
Changeling is out to be a pain in the butt. Screamers are in position to contain as well.
Yeah, Flatmaster 5000s.
Skullcannon's got some shots.
I gotta get one of those.
We get asked that like for the laser all the time. They've been stuck at customs for 2 months now.
Flamers are in, and they will be able to sabotage.
To our audience, that's not gonna look like you've placed them in a way where you can do sabotage. However, there's supposed to be footprints to all of these.
There are, and just guess what? I just happen to have footprints right here that come perfectly along with this set.
Thanks, Crockett. The Full Forge terrain set comes with these cool acrylic bases. However, we're unable to use them in the studio as our lights just cause too many reflections. However, as we can see, they are clearly on the footprint of the building. Bloodletters are in outside 6 with an instrument giving +1 to charge. That could be rough for Tack. However, we saw him fail a 5-inch, so don't hold your breath.
Let's see if you're better at charge rolls than I am.
Shooting phase. Containment with the plague drones and containment with the flapsters.
So that's an easy 6 points for you.
And the Flamers will sabotage. A potential huge secondary for Crockett. Great Unclean One, the Chungus Humongous mid-table, putrid vomits on Zolgar. He's down to 2 wounds left.
I'm very sorry to the patron that named Zolgar. You are my sacrificial lamb.
All right, so the Skullcannon is gonna shoot at them next. D6 plus 2 shots, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Hitting on 3s, I missed 2. Hitting on 3s, missed 1, so that is 5.
Oh, so AP1, so I've got 3 pluses here. I lose the lead guy.
Oh, our character tier model Zolgar drops to the Skullcannon.
Battle shock from the Skullcannon? Yes. I'm okay.
Be'lakor now into the same Terminators, 7 saves and a devastating wound. 4 up Field of Pain, dead. Down to 2 Deathwing Knights and the Chaplain. Hazardous test, okay. Changeling puts a wound on the Deathwing right side. Shalaxi now, 3 dead, 1 on 2 wounds left. Sustained just went off.
3 Terminators gone.
Oh, hazardous fails. 5 up Field of Pain saves 1. She's at 18 left.
That's it. Okay, on to the charge phase. I'm gonna start with the Great Unclean One into the Deathwing Knights. Got it with an 11.
So I will spend 1 command point to heroically intervene with the line and go into the Great Unclean One.
Is he gonna make it?
Oh look, he makes it. I can charge 2.
Bloodletters, double 1s.
No!
Command reroll, it's a 4. No, they fail. I told you, a 5-inch charge is not a gimme.
That makes me feel pretty good.
Failed a 6-inch charge twice with the Bloodletters after they came in from Deep Strike. Sweet 6-inch charge and just failed horribly.
Shalaxi reaches the Terminator target. Lion fighting first and gets 12 damage through. Feel no pain on 4s, and he only takes 5 of the 12 wounds. That's some Tycho level rolling. Oh, Shalaxi wipes the squad.
Yeah, but now Shalaxi's way over in the corner, so I think I'm okay with that.
Shalaxi single-handedly killed an entire squad of Terminators. I'd have to do the math, but that is a lot of points. The Great Unclean One with the Endless Gift is attacking your Deathwing Knights. Hitting on 2s, missed 1, 3s. No, I got 2 2s.
3 4-ups. Come on, Terminators. Wow.
Now D6 each. First one, 4.
That's 3, so I still have 1 alive. So you kill him. So that's 4, right? So that kills him. But you got them both.
It's just the Chaplain left. Chaplain fights back now, and nothing in it.
Oh, this is rough.
That is the end of my turn.
What a huge turn for Crockett. He gets containment for 6 to give him 11 points on secondary. He's got a deep sabotage going, and he's up to 16 to tax 7.
I've got a bit of a hill to climb, but that is a-okay. There's still too many Greater Demons on the table. Let's see what we can do. Secondaries.
Tax drawn, defense stronghold, and marked for death.
Marked for death, not great. He's gonna choose targets that I'm gonna have a real hard time getting to.
It's the Skullcannon, Be'lakor, and the Plague Drones.
Defense stronghold. I can score that, but I score it late. I will put Oath of Moment, I think, on this Great Unclean One.
Battle shocks are all passed. 5 points for holding one primary. It's 16-12, Crockett's favor. Aggressive push again for the +1 to wound on the 2 no man's land objectives and on Crockett's home objective.
All right, so then we go into movement.
Blade Guard fall back to try to stop those sabotaging flamers.
But hide behind that wall. You can't overwatch when I try to make a 4-inch charge. I'm going to move a Dreadnought.
The Chaplain falls back from the greatest of Unclean Ones.
Move that inner circle companion that way. I'll move this one straight forward there. And that gives me a 6-inch charge that way or a 4-inch charge forward. Because I have Defense Stronghold, just try to zone out, but also get away from a potential charge from those drones. In order to take away your sticky on that objective, I'm going to advance the Blade Guard bats. So they can go 11.
Blade Guard steal the sticking objective away. I love the terrain. Fold up ability is pretty cool, and an 11-inch advance is pretty nice as well.
And taking away that primary from me. That is a painful, painful thing to happen.
That is literally an unfailable charge for the Deathwing on the right side. I don't blame you, Tack. Forget anything else. Make sure the charge gets home.
That's all the moves that I got. And then we're going to go into the shooting phase.
Brutalis splitting fire now, 2 dead bloodletters and no joy on the Great Unclean One. Lion's guns fail to hurt the greatest of Unclean Ones. Inner Circle companions do nothing as well.
Okay, good talk. Then we go into charges. So we are going to take the Brutalis Dreadnought and we're going to go into the Great Unclean One. 4, mix it in.
No mortals on the charge, uh-oh.
This has been great.
Yeah, for you. I'm rolling really bad.
Blade Guard reach the flamers. Definitely chase down that wounded Great Unclean One. Poor fatty doo-doo gonna die. Azrael and the Inner Circle charge the same target.
That is all of my charges. So we go into fighting.
Martial Mastery of the Deathwing Knights into the wounded Great Unclean One. Oh, 2 wounds left.
The power weapons. So wounding on 6s to 5s. That's not bad. Then we roll in the 1s. No converts, so that is 4, 5.
All right, let's see if the Great Unclean One is as tough as they say. Woo! Blocked 3 out of the 5.
2 damage each.
So he's pretty much dead. 6s? No!
The only thing that I can consolidate to is that objective.
Azrael and friends piling into the Changeling. Now he requires a Battle Shock test in order to be able to target him.
Battle Shock.
It fails. He cannot be targeted. This is just like out of They Shall Know No Fear, that wonderful animated series that we got a few months ago. I'm sorry, Tack, but that's just cool. Blade Guard only kill a single flamer. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Sabotage is gonna complete.
And we go into the Lion.
Can the Lion down the big guy mid-board? Nope. 9 wounds remaining.
I can't attack, I can't save, I can't kill. This is frustrating.
It's up to the Brutalis. Only 6 damage, 4 feel no pains made, 7 wounds left.
Wow.
4-ups are easy to make.
But at least now he's on his damage bracket.
Great Unclean One manages 3 wounds on the Brutalis.
I'm down to 9 wounds remaining.
End of the battle round and Realm of Chaos for our command point. The Skullcannon and Shalaxi Helbane are going to get picked up. Crockett will score his 6 points on Sabotage. He's up to 22. Tack is still defending Stronghold and has discarded Marked for Death. It's 22-12 as we head to turn 3.
I'm definitely down on points, but I like my position on objectives. It's a chase, but I'm hoping to win this race. Another turn, another chance at heroics and violence. So I'm going to go up to 3 command points.
I'll be at 1.
You have your secondaries to draw.
Crockett's pulled, secure no man's land, and extend battle lines.
That should be easy.
The Skullcannon that you picked up can go back to exactly where it was.
Hall of Dread for Bellicor this turn.
The aura that makes everybody take a battle shock if he's within engagement range at the beginning of your turn.
Insane Bravery on the Great Unclean One. It is 5 points and worth it. 5 for holding 1. It's 27-12.
And then that will go away at the end of this round.
Yeah, at the start of the next battle round.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start with falling back with the Changeling over here. Plague drones are going to move back onto this objective.
Nurglings closing on Tack's home objective. Their objective control 0, but a pain in the buttocks.
I don't feel very threatened by that move.
You don't?
No.
Look at them. Ah, they're coming. He doesn't want to admit he's scared.
I mean, there's a Primarch there, so I get it.
Great Unclean One falls back and stays just in range of the objective to deny it from tack. Bloodletters move to the right. They've got about a 4-inch charge to make. We've seen shorter ones fail today. The Fresh Prince of Bel Acor moving to go for the lion. That's an interesting choice.
He doesn't like cats.
I'm learning a lot of things about demons, and I'm learning that they can do a lot of things.
They got a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Screamers are coming up the board. I'm hoping to get a long charge. Okay, Deep Strike.
Skullcannon in deep to get some angles. Shalaxi's in as well. She might be looking at options of Terminators or Inner Circle.
Onto the shooting.
Shooting face down, the drones have wounded the Blade Guard vets.
Yeah, I know, I got one wound in. That's about the best you could hope for.
Skullcannon into the Inner Circle companions.
You're -1 to hit because of Azrael leading a squad of Inner Circle companions, but then you're winning on 2s to 3s.
Ooh, 3 misses. Go into 3s. Got them both.
So the guy that's not in cover is on his invuln, so he just dies. So he's okay. So I just lose the one with the banner.
Shalaxi Helbane now to the Deathwing Terminators, tack with Armor of Contempt to reduce the incoming armor penetration by 1. Only 1 damaged. Bellicor now in the Inner Circle, just 1 dead. Flamers now, 11 hits. 1 Blade Guard down and another wounded.
Did not expect the Flamers to do anything.
I am taking so many casualties that I'm out of wound tokens.
I think that's it for shooting. I'm just thinking about what I want to do in terms of the charge phase.
Charge phase now, Bloodletters are in. Skulltaker is coming for you, Azrael. Shalaxi Helbane reaches the Deathwing Knights. Shalaxi wants it. McMillan and the Flatmasters, that's the Screamers, are also into the Deathwing Knights.
I feel very surrounded right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what the demons like to do, because now it's the fight phase.
Fight phase now, Bloodletters act first. I personally would have gone Shalaxi or the Screamers. However, killing Azrael feels good.
I'm going to use a Watcher, so now I have Mortal Wound, Feel No Pains.
Azrael drops as well as an Inner Circle companion. That's going to gain Crockett a command point.
And I've lost Azrael, so I've lost my command point generation now.
1 more Inner Circle goes down, not bad. I actually thought the whole squad was dead. Precision from Skullmaster is just so strong.
Oh, this is rough. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 command points on counteroffensive, and I'm going to go with the Deathwing Knights, and they're going to go into the Screamers.
Shalaxi Helbane does have the Cloak of Constriction ability. That's going to limit how many attacks back tack gets. However, counteroffensive for 2 command points to get as many into the Screamers as he possibly can. Wounding on 2s because the Chaplain instills all of the hates, and they are down. 1 Terminator hits Shalaxi Helbane, only 1 wound.
And then she strikes me back. If they can survive this, then that'd be great.
Okay, well, let's find out. So she's got 2 different weapons. I will start with the Snapping Claws. Hitting on 2s. You can re-roll. Got them all. 3s. Got them all.
4 up invulns. I make them all.
Soul Piercer. Hitting on 2s with re-rolls. Got them all. Wounding on 2s with a re-roll. Got it.
Would you like to use precision here?
Yes, I'll put it on the Chaplain.
But we still have to roll them 1 at a time. 4 up. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. There we go. So you roll the damage.
4.
4 plus 1 is 5. Yeah, you just barely got him. All right, so the Chaplain is down. And let's see if you kill the lead Terminator.
2 plus 1, 3 damage.
3 damage becomes 2, so you got him.
Inner Circle companions now kill only 3 Bloodletters. Oh, tack your dice, man. The dice! Huge secondary turn for Crockett. That's 5 on Extend, 5 on Secure No Man's Land. That's 37 points to tax 15.
Okay, so we go into my turn, and I have a command point. You have 2, so I need my secondaries to help me.
Area Denial and Secure No Man's Land, both eminently doable for tack.
Killing 2 Greater Demons, that completely changes my my plan, right?
Tack has had enough of Bellicor and Oath of Moment on him. Plus 1 to hit Aura for the Lion once again. Dreadnought is battle shocked. Feel the Pain versus 2 mortals.
And I block both.
Primary points, 5 for holding that right side objective. It's 37-20 for Crockett. Tack choosing aggressive push yet again. The center and the left side objective will both give Tack a +1 to wound in melee.
I'm just gonna put them on top here, just so that we can see them. is a 9-inch charge to get into your Nurglings.
I hope they fail because they look cool up there.
Thanks. Then the Blade Guard veterans are going to go right up against the wall there, and one's going to peek out of the door, hopefully making that a pretty short charge.
Dreadnought stages to the left. The Lion lines up the Fresh Prince of Bel-Acor in the midboard. Deathwing Terminators fall back from Shalaxi. The Inner Circle have fallen back.
I'm playing completely on the back foot here, Crockett.
I'm still gonna try to take those skulls.
Dark Angels, they know how to get themselves out of sticky situations, right? Well, then we go into the shooting phase. We're going to use my only command point, and I'm going to huck a grenade.
Blade Guard have grenaded the drones for 3 mortal wounds.
And they normally have 5 wounds, so 1 is down to 2.
Shooting not as effective.
That is not a 6.
Dreadnought into the drones and Bel-Acor. There's a drone down. Melt a wound into Bel-Acor, no reroll, and a 1 on damage. Oh man, tack. Just, I don't know, roll better.
3 damage.
All right, down to 15.
The Lion fails to wound Bel-Acor.
We were never a shooting army anyway.
Blade Gunner and his home objective fail the charge into the Nurglings.
You'll never stop me from smiling.
Blade Guard charging the drones. He's got 3 on the objective. That could swing that objective.
But it is one of those instances where everything does have to go perfectly.
The Lone Chaplain into Bel-Acor. The Lion into Bel-Acor succeeds. Dreadnought reaches Bel-Acor.
Jaws charge into Bel-Acor. That's a 2, so that's D3 mortal wounds. It's the full 3 mortal wounds.
I am down to 12.
Blade Guard into 2 Flamers. Crockett overwatches. 1 on a single wound remaining. Both Blade Guard will reroll 1s to hit in the fight phase.
Then we go into the fight phase, the Dark Angel's favorite phase. So we'll go with the Chaplain into Bel-Acor first.
Chaplain smacks that upstart Demon Prince, but good. 6 wounds, down to 6.
No!
Blade Guard veterans into the Flamers now, down to a single Flamer left. Blade Guard into drones.
Whew, all right, so your T8, so be winning on 4s because you're on a valid objective. Rerolling my 1s. Ooh, not great. 4.
5 up. Invone, 2 block, take 2.
That's only 4 damage. So I do not take that objective.
He needed 1 more wound through.
So close. That's heartbreaking. This is what Warhammer is. It's like those micro little things. So then the Lion.
The Lion has taken down Bel-Acor.
Oh! Ramos, you failed me.
Ballistus piles into the Great Unclean One. He's down to 5 wounds.
Great Unclean One, he is going to do his strike attack into the Dreadnought.
Dreadnought to 7 wounds remaining. Plague drones with the Blade Guard kills 1.
They have some foul mouth parts.
Not a great turn for Tack, but not a bad turn. 4 more points on secondary puts him to 14. He's at 24 to Crockett's 37, and he's choosing to secret mission here. He's going to be attempting command insertion, so the Lion needs to end on Crockett's home objective and control it at the end of the game. Has Tack got 2 turns left in him? Let's find out.
Whew, turn 4. I go to 1 command point, you go to 2.
Turn 4, the Alpha objective goes away. That's the middle one.
Secondary draw. We have
Crockett's pulled Assassination and behind enemy lines.
Oh, that was a very good draw.
Great Unclean One passes Battle Shock and goes back up to 7 wounds. 8 primary points for holding a single objective. He's to 45.
already. Movement.
Nurglings advancing to get behind enemy lines.
My Blade Guard are upset about that, but they're just gonna watch.
Shalaxi closing on Terminators.
So the Bloodletters are actually going to make a beeline this way. We're going to attempt to try to kill this Chaplain to score some points.
Drones fall back. Flamer falls back.
That's it for movement. On to the DACA.
Last of the Great Unclean One pukes on the Chaplain for 3 damage. He's still up with 3. Skullcannon kills nothing. Changeling kills a single Inner Circle companion. Shalaxi shooting now. Tack with unmatched fortitude for -1 to be wounded.
Hitting on 2s. Winning on 4s. Got them all.
Oh, the Lash save. Pavane of Slanesh save. Flamer does 3 wounds, kills a Blade Guard veteran, and wounds 1 more.
Man, those Flamers have been fantastic. All right, on to the charge phase.
Shalaxi Helbane into the Deathwing Knights. Success.
I am going to do something crazy. I'm going to charge all 3 of these. All 3 of your guys are getting charged by my Bloodletters.
Rather than worry about finicky placement, he has embraced the yeet.
All right, unfortunately, I actually get to fight first.
The Lion scores 14 hits 8 wounds, and all the Bloodliners are dead. However, Skulltaker lives on 3 wounds remaining.
Man, the lion has been a terror to deal with.
Skulltaker takes the lion down to 4 wounds left.
The Skulltaker by himself took him to below half.
That was impressive.
Shalaxi takes down the Deathwing.
My Terminators are gone. Oh, that sucks. Shalaxi can then consolidate towards the center. She's now really hidden and there's nothing I can do. That's going to be 15 points for you. So the Brutalis Dreadnought does get to fight before your Great Unclean One.
Ooh, the Great Unclean One takes all of it.
Oh my gosh, just blocked them all.
Okay.
Back to the Dreadnought now. Oof, 1 wound remaining on the Dread. Skulltaker goes down to the Chaplain.
You took his skull.
Crockett's keeping Assassination, and he's got behind enemy lines for 4. He's up to 49 points to tax 24.
So I've got 1 command point, you've got 3.
Attack with Oath a moment on the Great Unclean One. He's pulled Assassination and Containment. Insane Bravery on his Lone Blade Guard. That way he'll be able to contain with him. Oh, the Brutalis Dreadnought fails. Doesn't explode from mortals, but oh no, that is a needed piece. Oh no, the Lion fails Battle Shock, takes 3 mortal wounds.
Yes!
The Inner Circle also fail. It's only 1 wound, but still, Jeebus Weebus, what's happening? He can roll under a 6 when he needs to charge, but he can't roll over a 6 when he needs a Battle Shock test?
I also forgot that he does D3 every time.
Blade Guard are going to move to contain. Top left Blade Guard looking to do the same.
I'm not going to move the line because I don't want you to overwatch him.
The Chaplain moves to hide in the building. The Inner Circle are in position to blunt a deep charge.
Your base is big enough where you can't get around him. So if you're chasing the line,
no real effect in shooting. Charging and fighting is what's going to matter.
the Chaplain in the building is going to charge at...
Into the Great Unclean One to shut down Overwatch.
Yes, I recognize that now. I should have overwatched him during the movement.
The Lion is in as well. The Lion with 4 wounds. Oh, so many feel no pains. He's got him to a single wound remaining. Crockett with counter-offensive for 2 command points to try and ice the Chaplain. Oh, he saves.
Good one. That was huge.
Chaplain wounds once, and he fails.
Oh, yes! Got it.
What? The HE double hockey sticks is happening. End of the battle round. Tack does contain for 6. That brings him up to 30. Crockett's at 49. The game's in reach because of the secret mission. Let's see what happens.
New battle round, last battle round of the game.
15 points on primary takes Crockett to 64. He's got Assassination in hand, and quite frankly, if he kills the Lion, that ends the game. Tack has a potential 20 points if he gets the Lion onto Crockett's home objective and holds it. 5 points in Assassination is 25. That'll take him to 55, and then potentially another secondary. Tack can win the game by a single point. The drones move, but nobody else bothers. The Lion is gonna get Great Unclean puked on.
He gets D6 plus 3 attacks. 6 attacks total.
This could be game. This could be it.
Can I take down the Lion? Wounding on 6s, because it's strength 5. 6s, I got 1 6. And that is AP 2 damage 1.
I only needed a 3, so that does go through. And that does kill. That's game. Good game.
That was a great game.
The Dark Angels community is just going to come from my head.
With a final score of 69 to 30, 79 to 40 with paint, our game goes to Crockett from Fold Forge. What a fantastic one. Ladies and gentlemen, literally down to the final turn and the final kill. What a fantastic game.
That is victory.
Thank you, Crockett, very much for a fantastic game. Had a ton of fun. Man, those demons are gross.
I had an absolutely wonderful time here coming to play on tabletops. I think the game that I played with Tack was really, really interesting. It was really fun.
Till we see you next time, play on.
Thank you so much to Crockett from Fold Forge for flying all the way up here to play on his absolutely gorgeous terrain. There's WTC and GW layouts, unbelievably convenient, easy to store, and fold up levels so you can see your models underneath it. We genuinely love having them in studio and love playing them. Check them out at the link in the description below. And of course, as always, a great big thank you to you for watching. If you like what we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. That's it from all of us here at the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, until the next time you see us in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on!